Hi, everyone. This is Will. Thank you very much for stopping by. Again, I'm not a financial planner. I'm not an attorney, nor a CPA or an accountant. What I am is just an individual on YouTube, just sharing my experiences with you in terms of how I have increased my financial literacy, particularly around velocity banking. So from my primary W-2 job, I'm bringing in about $3,390 a month. My expenses are approximately about $3,000 a month. That's leaving me with a cash flow of about $390 a month. I have been practicing velocity banking through a number of credit cards, and I've also settled down on Navy Federal as a credit card to be used to pull down and reduce my credit card debt. One of the tools at Navy Federal, or two of the tools at Navy Federal that I have used, has been the cash advance and the convenience checks. For Navy Federal, the cash advance and convenience checks are at 18%, and the credit card that I have with them, the signature card, is at 18%. I think at other banks, if you use convenience checks or cash advance, it's going to be at a higher rate than the credit card itself that you've used. So what I've been doing is using convenience checks to pay various vendors, educational vendors, leasing vendors, credit card vendors, in terms of writing them a convenience check. And then that convenience check is placed on the signature card. Now, with the credit card that I have in Navy Federal, the limit of the credit card is $6,200. I have $4,340 for purchases on a card, and that leaves me with $1,860 for cash advances and also convenience checks. So in order for me to be able to write 1,860 in convenience checks, I need to stay under the limit of 4,340 for my purchases, or they start taking from the cash advance. So the debt that I'm carrying now on the Navy Federal card is $3,314.66. That includes the amount that I'm currently working on. So what I do is take my entire check, again, as mentioned in other videos, dump it into the Visa card, and then I write convenience check, and I do all my expenses through the Navy Federal card. So as a comparison, my expenses are about $3,000 a month. And I'm looking at a credit card comparison between a bank that I have and also Navy Federal. So the interest rate at Bank A is 26.99. Navy Federal is at 18%. And let's say that I do this in the month of August, which has 31 days. Based on the interest rate at Bank A, I will be paying $2.21 a day on $3,000 in expenses. At Navy Federal, the per day rate would be $147 at 18%. So there's a total savings right there in general. And let me see, let's see what the difference is. 6,820 minus 45.57. Sorry, 6,820 minus 45.57. That's the difference of $22.63. All right. Penny saved is a penny earned. So I saved some interest in general. So this has kind of been just one of the strategies that I've been using is cash advance, convenience check, but it also involves a change in mindset and discipline. One of the pros, uh, saving on interest. One of the cons, if you're not disciplined, if you lose your job, then yeah, with the convenience checks, you could, or the cash advance, you could run into some trouble. So this has just been a part of the system that I've been using for the velocity banking over the past six months to improve my credit and reduce my credit debt. This has been successful for me personally, because I started in January without being able to get a home equity line of credit on one of my investment properties. I used these methods as a part of the system over the last 7 months to improve my credit, and I was finally able to secure a home equity line of credit on one of my investment properties 4 months later for 50,500. Now that 50,500 home equity line of credit that I was able to achieve in using this system helped to pay off one 30-year mortgage, paid off one automobile, a couple of credit cards, and provided $1,200 in cash for a total amount of 50,500, and it also included some fees. So yeah, using cash advance, convenience checks from Navy Federal and other institutions have helped me to reduce my overall debt from 31,000 to 11,000 something. And this amount is principally all my expenses that I put on the card every month. So every month I basically use my check to zero this down because now I'm running all my expenses primarily through one card. I'm taking what the velocity method principles and practices. I'm going from my W-2 check from my employer to the bank, and then I'm placing the entire check onto the signature card. I'm not leaving anything in the bank. I'm not paying fees on this one particular account because I have direct deposit. Once I have that direct deposit, I move it over to the signature Navy Federal card. Then I write convenience checks as needed off of the card to pay these expenses of $3,000. So at 3,014.66 now, there were some extra expenses that I incurred when I was in East Asia, Japan, and Taiwan. So trying to pay down that debt a little quickly. So those are part of some extra fees that were associated with that trip. All right, well, thank you very much. Again, I'm a political economist. I'm not a CPA, I'm not a financial advisor, just running my numbers and trying to increase the financial literacy in general of the community through my use of velocity banking. Thank you very much. Have a great day.